Hi guys, so today I'm doing a review video and it is going to be on a camera and it is going to be on the Canon G7X. Now, I know I'm a photographer, but I'm going to make this a less techie sort of review. I'm going to make this more aimed at the vlogger sort of people, more so than anything, and maybe people that are just starting out in videography but don't have a massive budget. I think this camera is even targeted so much at the market of people that want to get into photography as a thing. I think it's more for people like bloggers, vloggers, people that just want to start feeling creative and videoing and capturing pictures and stuff like that, but really don't have a massive budget for maybe a DSLR or a bridge camera, or just don't like the idea of having that commitment just yet. So the G7X is a compact camera. It's simple as it has little features like a pop-up flash, which even if you pop it up, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to use on the auto mode. Just to clarify, it has this little click wheel system so you can zoom in and out, which is actually it's quite handy because it does kind of mimic like with a DSLR, which is what you do to zoom with a lens on a DSLR. So it does mimic that quite nicely. The on button just opens up, just starts the camera up, and this is what the camera looks like. It has a flip up screen so you can see yourself when you're filming. So from a vlog point of view, if you are doing daily vlogging, or even if you are doing YouTube videos, you could pop this on a tripod like the equivalent of what I'm shooting on now, and you could easily film on this and the auto settings or on the film settings, whatever settings you prefer, and this could work really well for you and the quality is going to be pretty good. So it is ideal for videoing. You can put this on a tripod. Let me just switch it off just so it doesn't do anything wild. It does have a tripod thing there, so you can put this on a tripod. So although you'd be like, this looks really tiny on a tripod, it's still, if you need to put it on a tripod, you can. It has a 10-second or a 2-second, I think there's also a 6-second shutter delay if you're taking pictures. So for thumbnails, that is perfect. If you are doing vlogs or doing videos of yourself, that sort of thing. It has various functions here. You obviously have the view and stuff like that. The good thing about this is that if you're viewing things, you can just swipe and you can opt to delete or cancel. The good thing I also like about this when it comes to actually using the camera as well, I don't know if I can demonstrate this very well to you, but you have touch focus. So you can focus here, you can focus here, you can focus on whatever point you want. So if you find that it is going out of focus, or you can just do this as a kind of technique of videoing, you can vary your focus from items near and far and stuff, just to make things a little more creative. So that is a really good touch point. I really like the touchscreen feature. It's great. The only thing I will say with this is when you are videoing, the focus can be a bit haphazard. It can go out of focus and it takes a good while to refocus on items. If you hold an item, like say if I hold an item here, on this camera it will not autofocus. It should autofocus on here, but it doesn't very well. You tend to have to tap the screen to get it to focus on the item, is what I have found, particularly if they are small or thin items, obviously, because it doesn't detect them as well. Another great feature of this is the Wi-Fi button here, which allows you to use an app on your phone, and you can wirelessly, using Wi-Fi, send pictures or videos from the camera to your phone, which is a great little feature, especially for people that want to up their Instagram photos or anything like that, or blog photos. This is a really quick and easy way without messing around with memory cards and SD cards and stuff, or plugging anything in. It just saves all that nonsense. There's no need for it. It just goes straight across and it is great. Now I'm going to go on to some of the points that kind of bother me. I did touch on the focus issue a little bit. Another thing that bothers me is the manual mode. Some of the modes on this I feel are a little redundant because they are a little bit of hard work to work with. The manual mode is not as simple as using it on a DSLR. It's very awkward because you don't have all the kind of dials or buttons necessary to use it in the same way, so it's a bit of hard work to get around. I don't tend to find myself using it that much. I tend to keep this on auto mode generally is what I do with it, because it's just the easiest way to use this camera, and I feel when you're using a camera like this you don't really have a need to put it in manual mode too much as such, because of the nature of what you're using it for, or what I'm using it for anyway. if I'm doing anything that requires a manual mode or anything a little bit more with the finesse of a manual mode or that much control, I will be using a DSLR like I'm shooting on now, opposed to using a compact camera. Another thing in terms of vlogging, it's quite heavy. I have heard people say that it's a little heavy and a bit too big to get in pockets. The easiest way to hold it is like this. The microphone is at the top here, so if you hold it like this, you'll be covering the microphone, so you will not get the audio quality that you want out of it. But I don't find it too heavy at all. It's fine to use. I really don't have an issue with it. If this camera was any smaller, I actually think I'd probably end up losing it or dropping it somewhere or whatever. The reason this is a little chunkier than the previous model is because of the flip up screen, and you need to just allow for that. But if you want to be able to see yourself, you gotta deal with these things. I feel like it's a really easy camera to deal with and hold. I really don't understand people's perspective in that sense. I do have a Gorilla Pod, which it fits really nicely on. This is just the smaller of any of the Gorilla Pods. You could buy a larger one. This won't seat a DSLR generally, but it will seat this really nicely. And if you actually do want something to make it a little easier to hold, you can just hold your Gorilla Pod, put the bits together and just hold it. So that is another way to utilise this camera. Gorilla Pods aren't expensive. I'll link those down below off Amazon if you want to check one out or purchase one. They're a really great addition if you are using these, because you can just kind of wrap that around anything, a chair leg, whatever, and you can film some creative stuff with it. Another thing that bugs me on this is the lens cap. The lens cap is rubbish. The amount of times I have, like, you leave this sitting anywhere and one, this seems to attract dust like no end. I don't know why, my other cameras don't, but this does. And this lens cap does not keep dust off the lens. You guys probably can't see this, but I can, and it's a nightmare. You're constantly buggering about with the screen because it always looks dusty, because the lens cap allows dust particles to get through. So this really isn't a sufficient lens cap at all. It just gets dust on there, and mine's actually got a scrape on it and I don't know how. But either way, the lens cap is very annoying because it's just not up to par in my opinion. I feel like it leaves gaps and allows dust to get through, so if they could redesign that on the next one, that would be great. I believe they have just released a new version of this. However, this has come down a lot in price and I would still recommend this over it probably, because I imagine they haven't made too many differences. And everyone just uses this as kind of the vlog camera to go for. I completely understand why. There's just a few bugbears for me. Things that might bug you as well, or maybe make you consider going for a different brand like Sony, or I know Olympus do the pen and stuff like that. There's quite a bit out there now, but personally I would rather go with a brand like Canon or Nikon, but Nikon don't provide anything like this, I don't think, or roundabouts, so I went with the Canon one. And I'm completely happy with my purchase. I would recommend this camera to like pretty much everyone really, because it's just a great little compact to have, and it's such a little versatile thing for this day and age. It's just so, like, it's just so now, isn't it? Like with the flip up screen and selfies being what they are and everything, it's just the perfect compact camera for now. So yeah, that's my review on the G7X. I know it's not a proper techie review, but I wanted to do a review that was a bit more aimed at people that are looking to get into YouTube and vlogging and blogging and stuff. Even if you just blog, this will create great blogging photos for you. Say if you're going out and going, oh, I need a DSLR just to take blog photos. No, you don't. You can go out and buy something like this, and you can also film on this. You can basically start your empire with one of these if you really want to. There's no reason you can't. I would just suggest getting a few other little things like the Gorilla Pod maybe, and a tripod and things like that. You know, it's just little bits. Work your way up if that's what you're looking to do, guys. If you have any other questions about this camera or anything in general about kind of starting with blogs or vlogging or anything like that, let me know in the comments. I'll try and answer the questions I can as best as I can. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all soon with another one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!